I'm here to defend Christian metal bands out there because the way you portray Christian metal in this video is really it's judgmental, and you judge more on the outside rather than the actual content. And just because some pictures or the way they look doesn't fit the mainstream of what you think a Christian should look like, and it doesn't mean that that's wrong. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's evil. You know, Christians are not all the same, and Christian music isn't all going to be the same. Christian metal music is basically, it's just a different way of vocalizing and showing how much you love God and what you believe in. And you don't really look at the lyrics of metal music, which is really the best way to show what a band stands for is in their lyrics. And it's kind of interesting that you left that out. And I would recommend you actually listen to lots of the Christian metal bands' lyrics, such as The Devil Wears Prada or August Burns Red. Their lyrics are real. It's like poetry. They say how evil the world is, how good God is, how God has changed their life. August Burns Red's redemption is all about how God saving somebody pretty much from evil, from the world, and him becoming saved. And I'd really hope that you'd read those lyrics instead of just making snap judgments based on looks. And as for the music itself, it's different. I mean, I've said it before. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's evil. I mean, all metal music is not black and white. It's all different. Music is all different, and everyone's going to be different, and everyone is not going to like the same type of music. And just because it's different doesn't mean it's wrong or blasphemous. Everything is everything's for God in the end. And I've talked to many of these Christian bands after concerts, and it's obvious they're there for God. They're not getting paid a whole bunch of money. It's hard being a band like that, and it's just obvious that they're doing it all for God. And you know, there's plenty of secular music that sings as well. So does that mean that all songs that sing are not Christian? No. Screaming is just a different way of portraying lyrics in a song. It doesn't mean that it's not Christian just because they scream. It's just really close-minded, I think. And also about concerts and metal concerts, you say that moshing is not for God, and if you look at Sleeping Giants, the band that you actually use, is really amazingly, they're just one of the greatest things to go see. It'll move you whenever you go see one of their concerts, how people can be moshing 1 minute, and then they bust out with their worship song, "Oh, Praise Him," and everyone's just raising their hands to God and just praising Him. And it's amazingly powerful. And it's just showing how much they love God. They don't care if somebody comes and, you know, like many people in the metal music are secular, and many bands that are Christian, they don't even care. They're here to send a message and to show people something they may not have ever seen before. And Sleeping Giant is definitely one of those bands that does that. And I'm going to show you a clip from a Sleeping Giant concert, actually, and just to show you what can go on.
This is where this Christ becomes all about Jesus. It ain't about us, and it never was. It's about Him and you. Now's the time for you all to sing with us, and dance with us, and be free in this place. This song is called "Oh Praise Him."
Now, if you watch that and you don't think that's worship, then I'd like to see what your definition of worship is, because that's everything worship needs to be. It's between you and God. It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter where you're doing it. It doesn't matter what music you're doing it to. You're doing it for Him, and that's all that matters. That's all it should matter. It shouldn't matter the way that you vocalize how you feel about God. It's about you vocalizing it to Him. And I really hope you watch this and you don't just put me off as another kid that doesn't know what he's talking about. And I hope that you've maybe become a little more open to what Christian metal is, and realize that it's just another song for God.